Hello everyone and welcome back to another Age of Mythology Titan campaign mode walkthrough. This is number 8. And it's called Bad News. And I have bad news for you. It's a little bit difficult. At least I thought so anyway. So the problem with this is that you've got two camps. They're split separately. So you kind of have to micromanage two areas. So for some reason they decided to split up. Yeah, I would. Yeah, poor Ajax on his own. So yes, you have Arkantos and Chiron's base, which is primarily just wood and space. And then Ajax has starting food with loads of berries and goats and gold. So it's all about trying to, I suppose, there's a bit of synergy involved. And the problem I had, and I've attempted this a few times, the problem I've had is I've taken far too long. And if you take too long, you're going to just starve yourself of resources. Now the reason why I'm building a temple this side is because we are through Athena, and the Minotaur is quite a sizable unit to have early on. It'll give us a bit of breathing space. So as soon as you start, we're just going to take out the walls and we're going to wall up ourselves just for a bit of peace of mind. But yeah, there's a bit of synergy going on insofar as resource gathering, but also, you know, Arkantos can take out fortresses on his side that will help Ajax progress and vice versa. And eventually what you have to do is you have to make your way up to the very top of the map, which can be annoying. So yeah, it's just about building up your resources, and you're going to get attacked on both sides and both avenues, so it's a good idea to have a wall and maybe a tower or two or something just to keep yourself somewhat safe. Now we are going through Zeus, which means we can have an underworld passage. To be honest, I wouldn't rely too much on it for the simple fact that it's only one place to one place, so it's not something that you can consistently use. But the reason why you should go through Apollo is because of temple healing. We'll get to that when we eventually do get to heroic age. For now though, we're just going to lose everything. Oh dear. So yeah, we're kind of being a little bit overrun, lads. Come on, Villies, you can do it. Fight back. Fight the real enemy. Now, as you can see, my economy is a little bit over the place, and we need to build storehouses, and we actually need to get an army, lads. So we'll put these guys down here. Put you back to farming. To be honest, I probably should do Ajax for farming because he has a lot of space. But yeah, I think Apollo is probably the best one. Manticore, wood, happy days. But the Temple of Healing is really going to help us with these little skirmishes because we do survive them, as you can see. But it's just the health pool. So trying to maximize our resources by keeping our units alive. Always a good idea. So hope you don't mind, we're just going to skip on a little bit because unless you just want to watch me mess up my economy. But we'll skip through the less than exciting things. Get your wood upgrades because we are going to be spamming archers and manticore possibly. And siege. And wood is a resource that we have relatively a lot of on Arkantos' side. But yeah, we're just going to skip through and get to the juicy bits. I'm going to build a temple here just because once we get Temple of Healing, it will be a good place for our army to just stay idle and heal up on. So don't be afraid to just pop a load of temples around the shop. Now, it would be great, lads, if he's attacked. There we go. Always good to maybe when you're doing your waypoints with your archery range, just make sure that the waypoint isn't too far away that they can actually just start firing once they've spawned. If they're too busy walking, they will get sniped out of it. Manticore are good, lads. They used to be dog poop back in the day, but I'm a fan of them. So we're just going to build 1 or 2 farms. And I know we have 2k farm. We have 2k food, sorry. But the way I play Titan mode, we could be here for a while, lads. And if I have enough food, it means I can sell it at the market. It's an infinite resource that we can convert. So I know there's a gold mine here that I have my eye on. And we have 2 or 3 that we can use. So I'm not too worried about the gold per se. But what I do want is a lot of food. We're going to just separate everyone out, because one thing that I've noticed with Retold is villies can get a bit idle when they're just like gathering resources, which is grand, but can be a bit infuriating if you have too many of them. Like, look, like, lads, just go and do something. We'll build another temple here. Like I say, a favor as well is your best friend. Myth units on this map are pretty good. Let me just skip on, lads. Nothing exciting has happened, as you can tell from. And now we discovered that there's loads of wood there. So I'm going Hera, and the reason for this is because I have faith in our economy. We do not need Plenty Vault. What we do need is Medusa for insta kills and for myth units and for Lightning Storm. Will it pay off? Let's see. But yeah, it's a kind of a survive until mythic kind of map. It's kind of the way I see it. So we're going through Hera. You do need to have a few Petropoli for the fortresses that are going to be up in the cliffs. But other than that, lads, we're doing alright. I'm going to put the storehouse a bit far away, because if it's too close, at least if it's too close, it makes it easier for the villies to be killed. Now we have our Petropoli. So we're going to start taking out fortresses, lads. All the while Hera is in the works. Happy days. I spoke too soon. We're getting ravaged. So, plot twist. We got attacked by a load of Hydra. We got rid of that fortress, and look at our main base. We're going to have to Lightning Storm, lads. So this is kind of what I'm talking about, the synergy. You're helping Ajax's base, but then Arkantos is exposed, and vice versa. So we lost the temple. We should be pushing ahead on this side though. Right, not too bad of damage. Now, what we're doing here, lads, is we're just going to push ahead on both sides. Medusa are, I think, the way to go. Gargarensis has a lot of myth units that you can just insta-kill. The problem is he just has a constant supply of units. So in order to actually gain any footing, you do need to kill them quicker than they spawn, and I think Medusa is the way to go. When I did try Colossus is great for buildings, but like really bad at units. So you do need to find a way. Now we have a ton of idle villies, and for some reason I'm putting them to more food. No, save the Petropoli. Damn. There you go, we got turned to stone for eternity for that. But the main thing as well is you can, the choice, you can start building forward and forward and forward. The only thing is, it can get a little bit, So I think I could do that. Okay, those Medusa are actually idle, which is lovely. They're kind of... Oh no, they're there. They're getting to work now. I think they're so good. Because they can kill things normally, but then they have the insta-kill. And of course, lads, of course, my main base is getting attacked. So we're going to have to get Arkantos back. And do an ambush from behind. So there's a little bit of to and fro with armies and joining armies this way and that way. But this is kind of the area where I have failed a few times on Titan mode because the assaults can just be incessive. And eventually you're going to be starved of wood. Whatever bit gold, wood is eventually going to run out. So we're going to have to put our thinking caps on to think, how are we going to stop this madman? Oh, it's getting messy up here, isn't it? So on Ajax side, maybe start building forward. And on Arkantos, just make sure that you don't lose everything on it. You get hit an awful lot more on Arkantos' side. We have built this turret, or sorry, this town center, and there is a gold mine on it. We're just going to build one or two things. Make some more Medusae. But yes, after a lot of to and froing and panicking, we're going to go and attack him. Sure, we have to see what it's like and what kind of pivot in units we might have to make. So we're going to go back on that gold mine that was destroyed. And again, we're just going to try and get as many idle villies off doing something productive. If in doubt, put them on favour. We've made an awful lot of Medusa, so that was a good thing. So we've been meteored. We're not gonna. It's like walking away from an explosion in the background. We're not gonna. I think it's done more damage to his base than it did me. To be honest, let's be honest, lads. I'm happy with that. But yes, short story. That attack did fail. You can look at the no commentary kind of unedited version of that on my other channel, but we failed. So the only other way I could actually do this was to actually stop the assaults coming on the right hand side and take over 10 centers and things like that. Tedious, time consuming. It's a way though of winning. If anyone has a better way, it was probably to go through Hephaestus. Let me know, but what we kind of focused on here was just literally spamming into their base. As you can see, I have 11 Medusa, so if they all behave themselves, they can basically stone a small army if you have the macro and the micro. I don't. I know in the original Age of Mythology they didn't use up their power if they kind of both cast. In Retold they all use it, which is a bit annoying, but I suppose it kind of challenges players to be a bit more fine-tuned in what they click. But I think we're going to get away with it by just letting the ladies do their thing. Taking out tower is the bane of my life. Yeah, as you can see, Temple of Healing would work out really well here because all my army is just kind of one spread damage away from dying. But yeah, we're gonna tediously go through all this side avenue. Gagarensis does do a lightning storm. He didn't do it when I attacked the other 10 centers, so maybe this is the place you do need to go to. We're kind of getting minced here. We got the 10 center though, and we're slowly but surely getting things done. And again, it's back to basics. It's back to just making a small army in one base and bring them all over. Now I did build over here, and we focused then, once we cleared out the right hand side, you just auto queue, I mean everything you have, and just send it to the center base. I don't know why we're attacking the farms, lads, but literally just pinging. Gagarensis' army is kind of falling for it and just taking out the right hand side of the base that we didn't really care about. Like, you can build on it and just spam units and then just, like, you know, be pop capped. And then this is the only other problem. Like, when you want to finish, you just need to break down the 2 fortresses. Now, we have primarily archers, which is going to be tough. We have no melee really. Even though Medusa, upgraded Medusa do have, I think, hack attack, so
a hero has fallen.
We have 1 fortress done. Maybe. And then just get the second one done. Thank God there's no, like, kind of time limit on this. The only thing is you can run out of wood and gold if you don't move up the map early enough. I think the reason why we got to succeed in this is kind of just forcing the attack on the right hand side. As you can see, all his army is now coming into my main base, but we're about to finish, so GG easy. Definitely first time I finished that. Not at all. A lot of trial and error, lads. A lot of trial and error. But yes, we are foiling Gagarensis' path into the underworld, or so we think anyway. But yes, if you like this video, guys, if you found it insightful or downright tragic, drop us a like, comment, share your tips and tricks in the comments below. And look after yourselves until next we meet, which is going to be in the next video, part 9, which is all about the underworld, which is, you know, classic levels in Age of Mythology, the original. Looking forward to seeing how Retold retells them. Yes, till next we meet, be safe, lads, look after yourselves, be good, behave, and enjoy the game, first and foremost.